Paragliding. Okay, this is what we're talking about at the moment. Thanks very much, Mike. So talking about a man who first took to the skies of the Peak District at the age of 14. Over the past 5 years, British paraglider Theo Warden has literally soared to the top of his sport.
In July, he became one of the youngest ever European champions after winning a 10-day competition in Portugal. You might remember we showed you the pictures on this programme, actually. We'll speak to Theo in just a moment, but first let's take a look at how he claimed that title. And there is a man himself, Theo Warden, joins us now. And Mike stuck around because I know Mike has been so excited about this, Theo. It's great to have you in. And you bought, what's in here with you?
So it's everything you need to fly. I've got my harness, the wing and the helmet, and that's all you need. Yeah.
I feel at some stage we need to get that out, don't we? We need to see.
Yes.
You might need a few hands for that.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
It's good to see what's in there. But 19 years old and European champion. So, and I can't believe you only took the sport up 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a real journey. It's been really good fun.
Well, take us from the start of it. Well, not minute by minute, but not enough time. But 5 years ago, what got you into it, and what made you think actually there's an opportunity now to be loads better and compete?
Well, I first got into it because my dad actually started a year before me. I can remember growing up as a kid, we used to see paragliders on Stanage Edge in the Peak District and flying around. You'd wave at them, they'd wave back. Yeah, ever since seeing them, I've just always wanted to give it a go.
But then it moved to competition.
And then it moved to competition. So I started off doing cross country, where you could go up to the clouds, like 5,000, 6,000 feet, kind of connect the dots between the clouds, like through the country, over the country, and like do massive distances. So you can get up to 200. Wow. New record had actually been broken the other week. It was 300 kilometres across the UK.
And just looking at those amazing pictures, what got me was so many of you in the sky at once. So how does it work in the actual competition, in the race, and how aware are you of everybody else around you?
Yeah, so you have to be really quite aware. Like half the time you're spending all your bandwidth on just not crashing. But that's just competitions. Flying solo is a lot better.
Oh, hold on. And so you've got bandwidth. What?
Oh, sorry. Just like your thought process. Like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, are there rules of the sky? You know, like on the road, if you're.
Yeah.
No. You laugh.
I'm laughing because it's a good question.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, when you're on the road, if you're cycling or if you're driving, if you're slow, you're on the left, and if you're overtaking, you're on the right. At least in the UK.
Exactly. So pretty much, if you're like, there's air law. So if you're heading towards each other, you both have to turn right. Then you know that you're not going to collide, so you don't kind of hit each other.
And then these pictures here, so you're racing a certain course that's almost marked out in your mind in the sky, is it?
Exactly. We've actually got GPSs, like they're pretty much like GPS sat-nav for the sky. And we have like there's a start line, and then the course, and then you've got the finish, and it's pretty much who gets from the start to the finish fastest.
Can you get a few bits and bobs out for us?
Of course, yeah, let's do it.
Have a little look.
So you carry this obviously to your comps.
Yeah.
And then I'm assuming, do you keep the bag with you?
So this one's actually a more basic kit. My competition bags are quite a bit bigger because you need quite custom kit to do it. So yeah.
And if people trying to get started in the sport, sorry, Dan.
Yeah, I was going to ask exactly the same
how much does it cost, and how many tandem flights, I guess, do you need to do with someone else before you can fly solo?
I actually didn't take any.
What?
So
no, please don't say that. No. There will be lots of people who are watching who will be keen to do this. So what's the advice or sensible advice?
Exactly. So you start off, you go on a tandem flight with an instructor, and they tow you up. You can either do it with a tow, which is on a flat field, and they tow you up, or off a hill, which a hill I think is the best because you get to see the Peak District.
Is this the sat-nav?
Yes, exactly. This is actually, I think it actually is a normal sat-nav that's been reprogrammed to...
in 200 yards, turn left. And all that.
Pretty much, exactly. It's pretty much
do you have a voice that says to you what to do?
It says task started and stuff like this.
But no, like when you're in a car and you've got a lady, so you've got a lady or a man telling you what
It's a lady every so often, not like turn left kind of stuff. More like, it just points you in the right direction and you follow it.
Amazing.
I love this.
Yeah, and I actually just use my phone. There's lots of apps that you can use which tell you your height, your next distance to the turn points. Yeah, everything. It's all getting quite streamlined.
And then in the
So this is actually the whole wing.
Wow.
Just here. This is in a compression bag.
Oh, good. So, in other words, you don't really want to open that up because it's going to be a nightmare putting it back, is it?
It's not too bad. Isn't take too long to pack away.
Let's whip it out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And this is actually a harness. So you can see it actually folds from a backpack straight into a harness.
Oh, sick.
So it's all really compact and really easy to carry, and it's actually quite light.
And shall I show off your medal as well? Because while you're unpacking, can you unpack and tell us what this means to you? Because this is what you've won.
So yeah, that's.
Do you want a hand? Do you want me to hold anything?
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
So that's the gold medal for the European Championships, which I've just come back from. There was about 150 people taking part. Actually, I think 9 out of the top 10 in the world were actually competing in the Europeans. So
it's actually a really strong field.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a ranking now then? If 9 were out of the top 10 competing.
Yes. So before.
Mike, you carry on while he talks.
Sorry, yeah. A bit of rustling. Apologies for the rustling. It's huge.
Sorry, your ranking you were saying.
So overall world ranking was around 80th before the competition, and they've not actually released the results yet, but after.
Do you?
That's in the world.
I'm thinking those watching at home thinking, okay, I love Theo's story. I'd love to get involved in it. Are there sort of? Can you be quiet, please, Mike?
Sorry, just showing how big it is.
Are there certain
It's like a
things
big
like height and weight restrictions? Would you have to be careful with that side?
So in the UK, there's airspace. So that's where different planes can go and go on. Let's get it all the way around. So there's different airspace. But apart from that, it's all mapped out on easy to read maps. It's really easy about that. But the thing is about weight, it's actually really unrestricted. You can get wings that go up to 130 kilos in solo, and if you really want to, you can get ones that go bigger. So
you're European champion now.
Yeah.
What's next? World champs next?
Next year, every year.
Theo, you've been brilliant coming in, talking to us. Do you know what this feels like? You know, you were saying you were a little bit tired this morning.
Kip here, yeah.
It feels just like we're all going to go to sleep. In fact, let's do it. Get in, get cosy. Sorry about the rustling of the microphones, but while we get cozy and have a little 3-minute nap. Carol, we've heard you 4 times today. We promised we listened loads earlier. So we're just going to take a little break while you take it away from us.
You go that way. No spooning.
No spooning. No spooning. You keep to your side.